Hey, folks, hey, superstars. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin here. Hey, welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant. I'm your favorite millionaire here, and I'm live. Okay? It's approximately 12:17 a.m. in the morning here in Houston, Texas. And let's get to work, okay? This is Prosperity School. This is the Midnight Rant podcast here, okay? Where all of you have a platform and opportunity to talk and speak with a multimillionaire, which is myself, okay? I'm here to answer questions about business, about entrepreneurship, mindset, manifestation, and more importantly, how to use your mind in a way to begin to attract the things that you want. Hey guys, how are you? So go ahead and comment your names here below. Comment your names here below. Let me give all of you a shout out. Give me a second. And if you're live with me on my Instagram account, right now you're looking outside my bedroom window here. That's my view. That's Houston. Okay, I'm on the top floor of my high rise here. But if you're on the podcast, such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can only hear my voice. But I promise you tonight it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a great one. So tune in, open your ears, take notes, be an active listener, pay attention, because you just might hear something tonight that may change everything. That may change everything for you. That may give you the confidence or the willpower or the resilience to become who you're destined to be. Okay? Hey, Sharma, Toby King, Gag Girl, how are you? Kobe, Angie Bronk, Samuel, Steffi, Rich House, how are you? Asperedia, how are you? Shannon, Abundant Girl, how are you? G-Town, Oba, Witty, Cruz, how are you? Harry, how are you? And go ahead and like and share the video, folks. Like and share. Go ahead and do that now. Like and share. Okay. Whew, man. I let that hear you. And listen, let's get personal tonight. Is it okay that we get a little bit personal? Which means is, I know some of you have real issues and you may have real emotional issues. And those emotional issues that you're not able to deal with or manage may be the obstacle that you need to not avoid, but to jump over, to have a breakthrough. So don't be afraid to be personal with me here tonight, okay? We are family, okay? I love all of you. Even though I don't know you, that's okay. Hey, Wes, I feel like I don't fit in with most of society. Is that a bad thing? What do you mean you don't fit in? Explain that. What do you mean that you don't fit in? I feel like an outcast. How so? Hey, Elizabeth Keys, how are you? Ali? Questions here. I'm waiting on your questions here. If not, then I'm going to go and play chess right before bed. Shusti, Jennifer, Selena, how are you? Like most people scrolling on social media, going out to parties, getting girlfriends. Okay, so how are you different? Have you or your team dissected Treasury Direct? No, I have no idea what that is. Do we have any intelligent questions here tonight? Or any questions of value here tonight? Hey, Lucy, how are you? American Goddess, how are you? What's going on? Any sales tip, please? Okay, so let's be a bit more specific, Shannon. When you say sales tips, we're talking about cold calling. Are we talking about selling products online, selling a product at a brick and mortar store? So we ask you for sales tip. Kind of unpack that for me, okay? Best way to get over trusting people again. So obviously you were in some type of relationship. And relationship doesn't mean romantic, just any relationship. And I guess somebody was distrustful. I'll tell you this. This is how I handle trust. Anybody that I meet on the planet that I choose to have a relationship with, it can be business, it could be romantic, it can be platonic. I give people my trust in advance. Like, I don't require people to earn my trust. I'm not going to force a person to do something for me to trust them. I trust wholeheartedly. Okay? However, if they become distrustful, okay, or do something that contaminates that trust, then obviously, well, I'm not going to trust them. But just because one person or two people are distrustful doesn't mean that the next person that I have any type of relationship with, I'm not going to punish them because of what somebody else has done in the past. Does that make sense, Shannon? So, you should trust people, but you should be very aware of who you bring or who you attract in your life. Does that make sense? Be very conscious when you're dealing with a person, because obviously you asked the question because someone was distrustful, correct? So be very conscious of who you decide to have a part of your inner circle, okay? However, even if that person is distrustful, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't trust people in the future, okay? That is extremely immature, because that's assuming that everybody's the same. That's like a woman dating a guy and the guy cheated on her and she thinks that every man is a cheater. Or if a man dates a woman and the woman uses him and now he has the generalization that everybody's gold diggers. That's very immature, okay? That's not how it is. You learn. Okay, you learn. And you realize that learning means realizing that if there are going to be people who are going to be distrustful, there are going to be people that are going to hurt you, there are going to be people that are going to do you wrong, there are going to be people that are going to lie to you, and that's just what it is. Okay? Like, every day is not going to be sunshine and rainbows. Some days it's going to rain, some days it's going to snow. Okay? So That's learning, understanding that's just how life is. So, but you can't live your life trying to avoid everyone, hoping that someone is going to be distrustful, someone's going to hurt you, lie to you. Well, you're going to have a very interesting life if you're trying to avoid people or to avoid bad experiences. They're coming. It's just like weeds in the garden. No one, when they're planting flowers, expect weeds to happen, but they're going to come. Like, no one's planting a weed. Weeds happen automatically. Negative people, they happen automatically. Bad people, it just happens. Okay? But what's important is how you react to when it happens. How do you react to it? Okay? It's called emotional intelligence, by the way. Did that make sense? Steven, how are you? I agree. Maybe I should have said allowing myself to open up more because I treat everyone equally in the start. Yeah, I mean, listen. I don't know if we're talking about a romantic relationship. I'm going to assume that you are. Listen, anybody, and this goes for women and men, okay? This is my philosophy around romantic relationships. Anytime you choose to be with a person, okay, you choose to take that step and you say, I like this person, I want to be with this person, you should be open with them, okay? What I mean by open, I don't mean verbally vomit everything you have ever done or your secrets. What I'm saying is, don't play games. Like, be your true, genuine self. I've seen people in relationships and they're trying to be something who they think the other person will be comfortable with. You don't want to do that because you can only play that role for so long. Okay? You want to be your genuine self. You want to be open. Being open means be okay to be vulnerable. It's not a big deal. Like, if you share some things about yourself, maybe you're not proud of, maybe things you're embarrassed about, like, be okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, I would suggest not being in a relationship. Like, if you're not okay with being your genuine self, listen, and I think this is what adulterates a lot of relationships. People are not okay with being their true selves. Okay? People, they want other people to accept them, but yet they're not okay being their true self because even your true self is piss poor. Okay, make sense? Like, what you call your true self is not a representation of who it's not a positive representation of someone that you would admire or model, which is you. Okay? Which means is you need to take a step back and work on yourself. Work on yourself becoming the type of person, the type of man, the type of woman, right? That, like, if you're a man, be the type of man that your daughter would date. Woman, if you're a woman, be the type of woman that your son would date. Think about it. If you have a child, how would you act? How would you behave? Okay? When people say, well, I tell people to be yourself. Like, someone just left a comment below. Yeah, that's what I tell people, to be yourself. Listen, some of you, yourself, the person that you are, like who you really are, it's just not the best person. Some of you have a ton of addictions. Some of you are you're pessimistic. Some of you are just nasty, okay? Like your behavior, your attitude, okay? Some of you are very financially irresponsible. So I'll have to disagree with you. You just can't just be yourself, because the self that you are is not the self that you even want to be. Okay? So some of you, need to cultivate yourself. You need to be better. Okay? You need to prune and work on you to become the self that you are okay with being. Listen, and if you want to know who your true self is, when you're around people that you like, when you're around people that you're close to, that's who you really are. When you're by yourself, alone, like now, that's who you really are. Like, what do you do and how do you act when no one's around? That's you. And that you that wants to date somebody else one day, well, they're going to see that person one day. And if you're not happy with that person, okay, that's behind closed doors, then why would another person be happy with that person, which is you? Okay? So that's just an opportunity for you to go through the period or moments of maturation, okay? Educating yourself, realizing that some of the habits, some of the vices, some of the things that I do is just absolutely pitiful. It's apparent, and you need to change, okay? What's next? Carlos, are you? Next question for me here. I'm brutally honest, very. This is me type. K2 girl, I have no idea what that means, okay? Happy birthday, Stephen. Hey, Matthew. Annie, how are you? All right, next question for me here. We get what we think about most. Do I maintain thinking and feeling rich when I am also thinking of how and what to do next in business? These 2 thoughts of lack at some time. Is there a question in there? So the phrase we think we get we get what we think about most, all that means is if your thoughts are predominantly negative, then obviously you're going to attract negativity because that's just your current perception. You're seeing everything negatively, right? Something doesn't work out. And you say, oh man, it's not working out. I don't see it's not working out. And why did this happen? I did this and I did this. Well, yeah, I mean, you're attracting the negativity because you're perceiving it that way. But if you look at it positively, obviously, eventually, you're going to find a solution. So that's what you're talking about. You want to know, well, why are you going through the period of trying to figure something out? What to do next in business. But let me tell you this. When you have challenges in business, let me ask you a question. Is it best to be positive or negative? Or is it best to have a positive attitude or a negative attitude during your pursuit to uncover the solution? Positive, right? Because positivity is another word for like hope. Like you gotta believe that you're gonna figure it out. Does that make sense? Like you can't try to fix a problem, trying to figure out how and what to do, and at the same time you're telling yourself, I'm never gonna figure this out. Like that's a conflict. Like if you're out there trying to find a solution, but you're having this internal dialogue that, well, I'm never gonna figure this out. Man, I've tried everything. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. This is just too much. Well, that's a conflict. So now your brain doesn't know what to do. Okay? And it's definitely not going to find a solution. You can be upset. You can be angry. You can get irritated. You can feel those emotions. However, once you're done feeling those emotions, you have to say, okay, what do I do next? Let me try this. And let me try this, and I believe this is going to work. And I believe this is going to work because this. Let me go for it. See if that doesn't work. Cool. That doesn't work. It's okay. Let me try this now. That's it. And you continue to go through that cycle until you figure it out. Okay? How can you be yourself without in need of anyone? How can you be what? Stephen, I didn't understand that question here. Is everybody with me here? Okay. Can you meditate while lying down, or does it always has to be sitting upright? I would suggest meditate sitting upright. After you meditate for 5+ years, then yeah, you can lay down. But initially, sit upright for sure. Talk to me. Talk to me. Oh. Come on, folks. I'm waiting on you. And let me share something with you. You know the difference between a beginner and an expert? A beginner, and this is going to apply to a lot of you, a beginner has binary thinking. Binary thinking is, I did something, it didn't work, I need to do something else. I did something, it didn't work, I need to do something else. Okay? Experts, they tend to go deeper. If something didn't work, they ask themselves, okay, why is this not working? What makes this work? What do I need to add or subtract for it to work? Is it possible that it will work? Are other people doing something similar and that it is working? Okay? That's how experts look at things. But unfortunately, a lot of you, which are beginners, you just have that binary thinking. You try something for a very long time, it don't work, and you go to the next thing. And what you don't realize, you get lost in that vicious cycle of binary thinking. Just trying something, not working, next thing. Trying something, not working, next thing. And then it's 10 years later, and you haven't accomplished anything. And you're upset because you start to say, well, just as a victim does, I tried everything. I don't understand what am I doing wrong. Why am I not well, you're not getting it because you're not using the thoughts or the thinking of an expert, which is a deep thinker. They stay where they are. They don't, like if something doesn't work, like I give an example, something in my business, if it's not working, it doesn't mean I go out and start a new business. That's stupid. Especially when the business itself has worked in the past. What I do is I have to look deeper into the business and say, okay, what's not really working? Let's go to square one. Where does it all start? Okay, did we test this? Let's test this and do this. Like you stay there. You don't jump to a whole nother business because I think it's a fallacy to believe that, well, let me jump and do this again because if I do this, then we're just going to make $1 million and we're going to be very successful. No, it's not going to work that way. No. I'm sorry. No. It's not how it works. Okay? Experts realize, and the reason why they are experts, because they solve very difficult problems that nobody else is willing to solve. That's it. Experts solve very difficult problems that other people are not willing to solve. And experts are called millionaires, by the way. All right, next question for me here. Well, thank you. Critical thinking skills. Sure. Okay, so those feelings and emotions can come, but is what I do about it is what matters, right? Exactly. There you go, Toby King. Come on, Toby. Show Toby some love, folks. Exactly. Listen, just in life in general, you're going to be sad. You may feel angry, depressed, down, despondent, stressed out, overwhelmed. Yeah, you're a human being, big head. Yes, you're going to feel all of these emotions. However, what you do next will determine if you will be a loser or a winner. Winner can say, you know what, I'm not feeling my best. I don't understand what I don't know why this is not working, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I'm going to figure it out. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure this thing out. Okay? And I know what you're thinking. You may, but how are you going to do it, Wes? But how? I've tried so many things. I know. You've tried everything except what works. Losers, well, they get so annoyed, so irritated, they start to justify why they should quit. You ever met a person like that? They start to justify why they should quit. Well, this ain't working, and I did this before, and in the past, and the industry says this, and these people did this, and this is what everybody else said. So, man, this is just not going to work. And what they don't realize, like that same justification on why they should quit, they could have justified why they should continue to go and keep going. But see, those beginners and those average folks, they don't get it because they're so frustrated and they don't realize they're making an emotional decision, not logical. It's an emotional because they're tired. You ever try to listen, folks, do you not understand why there are not a lot of millionaires here versus the amount of people that are on the planet? Millionaires are willing just to be exhausted, tired, upset, irritated, and they continue to go. Like, the behavior is very irrational, right? It's like they're doing it for so long. It doesn't look like they're making no progress, but they continue to do it. Rational folks, they justify why they need to stop. Oh, well, you know what? Man, I did this for 2 months, 2 years. This is just not it. This is not going to work. I got to do something different. Okay? What's next? Take notes. My day trading has become profitable. Any tips on protecting most of my capital from taxes? You need to talk to your accountant. I can't give you any advice. I can, but I don't want to because it's just not legal for me to say something. Because if you do something, you say that I did it, and I could be sued. But talk to your accountant. I'll tell you that. Okay. And just tell them what you want to do. But good job. I'm happy for you. Hey, can somebody remind me to take my protein shake tonight, if you don't mind, before I get off the rant? It's 12:46, so just remind me to, at about 1 o'clock in the morning, let me know to take my protein shake. Thank you so much. Got to feed the muscles, folks. Did you guys see my video that I posted today? I was knocking out my pull-ups. I'm transforming my body. Do you not see the six-pack under the shirt? Have you guys noticed how my stomach has decreased in size? At first, man, I had a dad bod. Like my belly, it was a dad bod. Embarrassing. But it's getting slim now. Just keep watching. And I can only do 5 pull-ups today because, well, I did more. But in the video, I did 5 because my lats, oh my God, they're in pain. Yeah, but I still push through. Wes, I need your help. I'm here to help. I created an online Forex course on Teachable, and I need to know what's next. Okay, so you need to market the course. So you need to create the marketing. And I'll tell you this next time, create the marketing first, which can be a webinar, a video sales letter, or a text sales letter, okay? But good job. Life as Christine. Christine K. Amanda, how are you? Amanda Nicole Linda, how are you? Good job. Learn to earn crypto. I'm proud of you. What ab workout do you do? Yeah, so honestly, for abs, they say abs are made in the kitchen. It's the truth. So I haven't eaten any bread in a very long time. I have not, when it comes to carbs, I don't eat a lot of carbs, a small amount of rice, maybe sweet potato as well, okay? And a ton of vegetables and obviously protein, okay? And avocados and protein shakes, of course. But what I do now for abs, I do hanging abs. So it's like you're getting ready to do a pull-up, but instead of pulling your body up, you just hang there and then you just, you swing your legs up and down using your abs. The reason why I do that exercise because it not only works, it works the entire abdominis region, right? Including your lower abs as well, so I can get snatched up. So yeah, it's very difficult, but the results are immediate. And I also do Pilates. In my Pilates instructor on Fridays, we go through a very intense core workout. I just realized, like my Pilates trainer trains a lot of Texans, the Houston Texans here. Train a lot of those guys, believe it or not, a lot of football, basketball players, they do Pilates as well. It's man, if you're not doing Pilates, do it. It's a game changer. Body-wise, aesthetic, just your body, it will look better. And I just found out that one of the Texan football players went through the same core workout that she usually takes me through, and it was tough for him. I was like, okay, all right, okay. I'm up there with the athletes, even though I'm never going to run a ball and I'm never going to bounce a ball and shoot a ball in the hoop. I'm just not doing it. But, yeah, the core workouts with the Pilates is very intense. It's hard, but the results they're fast, okay? But you can't eat like a crazy person. Like I don't eat cheese and I don't drink alcohol, okay? I don't eat desserts. Drink a lot of water, okay? And just recently, I drink my red tart cherry juice. That's amazing. And I do abs every day, by the way. Next question for me here. But yeah, abs are definitely made in the kitchen, especially as you get older. Because, I work out, but I'm still less active. I don't walk and run. So I have to be very conscious of what I eat. But I like it now because, for several years, I felt bloated all the time. And that's so unfortunate. That was almost like my normal. And that's insane. You can't walk around life feeling bloated and with that big bulge. Oh, my God. But now I feel so much better, thank God. Like I had some serious gut issues, folks. But now I feel so much better. I feel lighter and I just feel just perfect, honestly. So hopefully in the next month, you guys should see visible signs of that 8-pack. Because obviously I'm going to drop more fat off my body. So, need to create a VSL to run ads on Facebook? Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah, how are you? Hey guys, how are you? Some of you are late. Linda, hey. Next question here. 25 sit-ups each hour on the hour every day and watch the results. Well, do that, man. If that works for you, do it. I don't do sit-ups. I don't think it's necessary. You get a better workout just doing hanging abs. Just hang and lift your legs. It's very difficult, but it works. Okay. Big Rob. And 25 sit-ups, man, that's not enough. You can do 50, 100 sit-ups every hour. But honestly, you don't need that. Use the wheel, the ab wheel. I love that. Okay. Next question for me here. Talk to me. Next question. Come to work value. If you're getting value tonight. Yeah, I love the ab wheel. Like tomorrow, hey Laura Oliver, how are you? Tomorrow is shoulders. So that's going to be exciting. Holly Rose, how are you? My goal, hey Rhea, how are you? My goal, I want my body to look like a mannequin. You know those mannequins in the Nike store? Yeah. That's the goal, okay? To have that mannequin body. What's next? Honestly, I have to do that. I know that I'm getting closer to my breakthrough, to 30 days, no TV, no social media, and I can see clearer, and I've been fasting. Good job, out of sight. That's awesome. Value. Wesley, can you tell a bit about Digital Elite Network? What do you want to know? Matt, how are you? One God's gift, 0. Agony, how are you? Any more questions for me, ladies and gentlemen? Speak now or forever hold your peace. EBZ, how are you? Western Facebook audience targeting. What must I add to get people to buy? Well, you need to know who your avatar is. I'll tell you this. Go to youtube.com, type in Facebook videos for beginners. Or Facebook ads for beginners, man. You need to learn. Hey, Connie, how are you? All right, I guess I'm going to go. I don't see any questions below here. If you had a good time, show me some love. Hit the like and share button as well. Remember, you can always get access to all podcast episodes on Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts. Just type Wesley $1 Billion Virgin and you will see over 1,000 episodes that I've recorded, okay, in my bed in the past 5 years here for you. Thank you, Angie. Okay. How to configure the affiliate link, just watch the video. But if you're from Nigeria, Africa, unfortunately, it's not going to work, okay? Good night to you as well, Connie. Hey, Sarit. Last thing, folks, if you would like to get access to my app, we now have the ability to use AI to manifest your goals and dreams. Okay. And if you don't believe me, download the app for free. If you hate it, delete it. If you love it, keep it. Okay. So it's really cool. And log into the app. You choose the category in life that you would like to work on. And you'll listen to the music. You listen to the song, AI-powered music. And the great thing about it, we have now, which will be implemented in the next few weeks, we have what is called battles, which means is now you have the opportunity to interact with other people on the app. You can battle them, which means is, say if you got 7 days to listen to the songs, the playlist, and the first person that listened to the most songs within 7 days, then you win, right? You get a badge. It's really cool. And you can have unlimited battles. It's going to be really nice. You're going to see. So I would suggest, if you are an iPhone user, we're not on Android yet, just go to Apple and type in Manifest AI on the App Store, and you will see my app. Okay? So, much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin, and let's go.